Okay, recording this because this is going to go on our ER Shred podcast as well. So we are officially live in the ER Shred group. Hey, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. And today I'm here with Dorothy Maes. She is just a member of our community, and we are going to go through the 5 questions that I've been doing with a few other people so far. I think this is the fourth 5 questions interview that I've done so far. So thank you, Dorothy, for being willing to be on, and I'm excited to get to know you a little bit better. That's what the purpose of these 5 questions are for, so that more of us in the community can kind of have a real life interaction. Sometimes it's hard to get to know each and every person in the group just basically through text and pictures. Sometimes it's nice to put a voice and to the pictures and the text, just so we can kind of get to know each other on a deeper level. So thank you, Dorothy, for being here. And let's start by having you introduce yourself.
Okay, introduction. When Isogenics started back in 2005, I joined Isogenics years ago. And that's when it was still really small. We used to hang out with Kathy Coover and stuff like that. It was really fun. We used to have a lot of fun together. She used to come out to Colorado Springs and do meetings and stuff like that in Springs and Denver and stuff. And I used to go out there and see her and hang out with everybody. When I first started with the program, I started for my husband. He was 300 pounds and he was thinking about doing the lap band. So I decided to give a phone call to a lady who introduced me to Isogenics. And in that time with Isogenics back then, he lost 64 pounds, 83 inches in like 3 months. So it was pretty exciting. Since then, I've moved on. I had my own cleaning business for a while. So I worked for myself. And then about 2018, I decided to start going and working a regular 9-to-5 job, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I think I like working for myself better. I like the freedom. I like the freedom of working for myself and picking my own hours and doing my own thing. I had my cleaning business for over 22 years and I did pretty well with that, but it was like a 24/7 job. So I decided to go work for companies so that way I don't have to do all the overhead and all that stuff. I'm married. I've been married 43 years. 43 years, it's a while. And I have 3 children. I have 6 grandchildren and 2 great-granddaughters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I am a Colorado native, so I've been out in Colorado pretty much all my life.
That's awesome.
And I'm looking for new adventures. I don't know. I need to change. I need change in my life.
Yeah. And you've done a couple shreds already now, right?
Yes, I have. I haven't really measured myself. I got my first measurements, but I haven't measured myself. But I went from 172, I think I'm like at 159. So I'm not really sure how many pounds that is, but yeah, been doing it. I feel better. I noticed that sugar is really bad for me. When I eat sugar, I can't even walk up the steps.
Oh,
so sugar is horrible for me. And so, yeah, I've been working on that. We got COVID like over the Christmas holiday. And with the COVID and stuff like that, I just didn't eat anything, didn't drink anything. So now that I'm getting back on my feet again, I need to get back on the shred. It's like because I was eating carbs. I was eating carbs because I couldn't eat nothing and I was getting weak and tired, and the doctor, my blood pressure even fell. So he says, you got to eat something. So all I could get down was like crackers, just eat crackers like a little hamster.
Yeah.
Just, chomp, 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 and then just get enough down there just to coat my stomach. And that kind of got my blood pressure back up to where it needed to be and stuff like that. So now that I've been eating the carbs, I got to go back and redo the shred so I could get off the sugar and off the carbs, because those things are addictive.
Oh, yeah.
Very addictive. Yeah.
So addictive. Yes. Well, that's great. Now, let's move into the next question, which is, I just love to take a minute to visualize your ideal life, because I really believe in the power of visualization and manifestation. And as we really regularly focus on the way we want our lives to be in the new future, but also being really grateful for where we're at now. I think that's the perfect combination, being really in such a good, content, grateful space with everything in your life right now in the present moment, but also visualizing all these exciting things. Like if you could do, be, or have anything you wanted, what would that be? And describe it in full detail.
The number one thing I really, really, really want is my health back. You know, for years I've hurt really bad in my body, and I thought maybe my knee was grinding together and I might need knee surgery. But after doing the shred, I found out it's the sugar that's messing me up. So first thing, I would like to just figure out what is like my culprits,
Yeah.
what's bad for me, and just stay away from that and just get back on track with my health. Because once I get that going on, I want to start walking more. I love to walk. I love to hike up in the mountains. So I want to do more activities. Also, I'd like to get out of debt. So, you know, I think that's a big one for a lot of people, is just to be debt free. I mean, debt free. And now that I'm getting older, it's like, it seems like I have more debt than I should have, you know, and like I've been working temporary jobs instead of permanent jobs. I haven't established myself. So I don't have 401ks or anything to fall back on. So the other thing is maybe not even a maybe, but starting my savings, excuse me, like, you know, starting to save money and stuff like that for emergencies, special occasions and stuff like that. My big dream is to live up in the mountains. We live up here in Colorado, near Woodland Park and up in Florissant. And I've been looking at properties up there for sale, just wanting to buy a plot to begin with. And then once I buy the plot, I want to build my dream home on there. And of course, it's going to be one level living with the walkout basement. The basement is going to be entertainment only. So that's something I really, really have wanted all my life, is a mountain home. And so that would be something, well, that's something I need to put on my dream board and start manifesting that to come true.
Yes. Oh, I love it. Doesn't it get you all excited when you describe that? It gets me excited just hearing you describe it.
Yeah,
Like
it
the
does.
dream.
The dream home, one level living, big windows everywhere, you know, so you could see out at every angle. You got views, near fishing and hiking and camping. Yeah, I've dreamed that since I was a little girl. I mean, we used to live in the mountains. I lived up in Leadville, Colorado. I grew up in Leadville, Colorado, and that's in the mountains. And then we moved out here to Colorado Springs, and we're still around the mountains, but it's not in the mountains. It's not the same.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that
I
would,
think Sean can definitely relate to that, because we live pretty close to the mountains, but Sean's just like, I just want a place in the mountains, you know,
yeah,
like just so you walk out your front
secluded.
door and you're there. And like, I can totally get with that. It just sounds so beautiful to be in nature, to be that close to nature, where you walk outside and you're surrounded by trees and animals. I think that's a beautiful dream.
Yes, yeah. Like right now with all the, I guess, the fires going on and stuff, we always have deer and elk coming into our yard. And it's like we're already up there, you know, because where we live at too, you know, we have the mountain views. It's real pretty up there. But it's not in, because my mountain home would be where you drive up into the property and up and around, and you're kind of secluded back in there. But yet where you can see, where you're up on the hill and you can see everything around you.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I love it. Thank you for describing that. This is my favorite part, just to like visualize what your dream is. I think it's so fun to get inside your mind and see what you're hoping for your future. So
yes.
thank you. That's beautiful. Now the next question is, what are you passionate about?
You know, my passion is helping people. I'm such a caregiver. I love to help and train, like even with companies that I work with and stuff, I like to train people. I see them struggle and I want to go show them, you know, hey, if you do it this way, it's easier. But I'm just I don't know, a caregiver, I guess is what you would call me. I'm always helping people. So
And that's what gives you like that fulfillment in life.
I'm a people pleaser, I guess. I like to make people happy.
Yeah.
You know, if they're not happy, it's like, what's going to make this person happy, you know? And Yeah, and I like to listen to what their needs are and what their wants. And I'll go research, or look and see what would be a best fit for them, and to try helping them out and stuff like that.
Oh, I love that. You remind me of my mother-in-law, Randy Escobar. She's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
exact same way, like that. She lives for serving people. Like if you say anything like, "Oh yeah, I need to go to the store and get some more toothpaste. I'm running out." She'll run to the store and like grab the toothpaste. It's just like she's just that way, and I love that about her. So I love that. The next question is, we're going to take a minute to go back in time and give you the chance to brag about yourself just a little bit, because I love hearing about what some of the things that you've done in your life that you're most proud of. And also, I think it's important to bring these to your awareness regularly so that you can remind yourself of what you are capable of. By looking back at all the things that you have overcome and accomplished, can really have an impact on your overall well-being and your confidence in achieving those goals that you hope to achieve in the near future. So tell us about some of the things you're proud of.
So one of the things I'm really proud of, I even surprised myself, is being married as long as I have.
That is an accomplishment. I think that is something to be very, marriage can be very hard, and it is something to be proud
It
of.
is, I tell my husband, I says, you're like, they always say, high maintenance. That's my husband. It's not me, it's him. He's very high maintenance.
Yeah.
And so as long as he's happy, I'm happy. So it's the other way around.
Yeah.
But that's a big accomplishment there. The other one, is
How
having
many
my
years did
children.
you say? How many years have you
43 years. We're going on
That is a
43
lot.
years.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
And I look at him like, wow, we're still together, but yeah.
That's so awesome.
And the funny thing is we have nothing in common. The only thing we had in common when we're younger is we used to like to, hike together and stuff. And then we got married and had our kids and stuff. But like now that we're older, he likes to sit and watch news. I hate to watch the news. I mean, the stuff he wants to do, like I still like hiking and camping, and I'll take a ride up to the mountain, say, let's go for a hike. And he just wants to sit in the car. So I'm like alone to hike by myself. So, it's like weird. Opposites do attract.
Opposites attract. As also, I think it's a good learning opportunity for us to become less codependent, because I do remember there were times in my life, in my marriage, where I thought there was something wrong if we didn't have the same like hobbies. I thought like we're supposed to like do these things together, but then you realize like, oh, that's okay. Like he can be a whole separate person. I can be my own person and do the things that I enjoy. And there's no written law that says that we're supposed to do our hobbies with our spouse. It's just something that I think that we believed was part of marriage, but I don't believe that anymore.
Yeah, and with us too, it's like everything, because like I say, he's very high maintenance. Everything I've done all my life has been for him. So now what I need to do is find myself.
Yeah.
I need to try to remember, who am I? I don't even know who I am anymore after 42 years, and I know things I like to do and stuff like that. And I need to, start working, which I've been, just thinking and in my head a lot, like I have to figure out who I am and start setting goals and start doing things I love to do, because I haven't done that since I've been married, because I've always put my husband and my children first. Which my children are another big accomplishment. I have 3 children. They're beautiful children. And I have 6 grandbabies, which are beautiful. And then my 2 great granddaughters are staying with me right now. And it's like, I am so glad I had my kids when I did, because I don't have the patience that I used to have back then, but they still, they're a handful, but they're so much fun.
Oh, that's awesome. You know what I just was observing about you and your personality, is, something that I am realizing now, that sometimes our strengths can be overused. And I think it is so beautiful to be such a loving, caring, caregiver as you are, and a people pleaser. But I think maybe at this point in your life, you're realizing that I've maybe gone a little too overboard with the people pleasing, that I haven't discovered who is Dorothy Maes, like, who am I? And so this is just a really cool opportunity for you now in this season of your life to take a look at that and see, like, it's great to be a people pleaser, but sometimes we can go overboard to where we're not giving ourselves the care that we need and discovering all about who we are and what are the things that you need. It's like, at this point, I just think it's such a great thing that you can be in this season of your life to really kind of reflect on that.
Yeah. And it's not a bad thing to say no.
Yeah.
Because you're always saying, okay. And it's like,
Yeah.
lately it's
It's
like,
hard
no.
about, it's a hard thing. It's a hard balance to find, really, because you want to serve and take care of people, but you also need to find that balance to where you feel like you're being served and taken care of.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. So the
Good.
other accomplishments that I really like is that I've never been lately though, but I've never been afraid to just step up and just do things. Because my husband, he's always overthinking and he's really afraid of everything. We did a thing called, we did a leadership training, and it was up in the redwood forest where we had to do the ropes. I don't know if you've ever heard of
Oh,
ropes.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Never ever have I done that. And so the thing is that, yeah, we're scared. We're scared to do the things they're making us do. But my husband was even more scared than, and I seen him so timid and so scared that I ran up this 70-foot pole, got up on the top, and I turned around because they said, Jack went already. He already went, and so I thought, well, I'm going to do it, And then when I went up that pole, I was telling the leader, I says, I felt like my arms were stretching and climbing up this pole, but my butt never left the ground. It was
Oh.
like it was like weird, but yeah, the whole time she said, you ran up that pole like, like nothing. You're up there on the top and you're looking around enjoying, and I was admiring, all the redwoods up there. And then we had to turn around on this little disc that our feet barely fit on. So we had to make a whole full circle on that top of that tree. And then we had to jump off and grab a swing. And when I went to go grab the swing, somebody pulled the rope and the swing went up higher. So it was like they played a trick on me, but I did it. And then when I came down and stuff, it's like, wow, I was like complimenting my husband and saying, you did it. He goes, I didn't do it. I did 3 steps up and I jumped off. And I thought he did it. So I ran up there. Well, as we went on with this leadership training, I found that he can do this on his own. He doesn't need me no more. Why am I here?
Yeah.
And it was like, why am I here? And I've been struggling with that for like the last 5 years. Like, what's my purpose? I don't know. What's my purpose? But I need to know. I need to find out.
Yes. Well, I love that. These questions are so important to ask. And we, based on my own experience, because I feel like I just went through this 4 years of asking that question, because suddenly I think you do get to certain seasons of your life where you have to ask that question again, because you think, well, I should know that by this age. I thought I just turned 40. I should know what life is, and my purpose and all. I should have all the answers. But I think things happen in your life where you realize that it's almost like you have a reset and you suddenly don't have the answers anymore. And you need to start diving deeper and discover what those answers are, because they might be completely different than what they were 10 years ago, where we thought we had all the answers and you felt great, you had purpose and meaning. And now it's like, whoa, none of it makes sense anymore. So this is our opportunity to reevaluate. So I can totally relate to the feeling that you're having. And the advice I can give is just give it some time, because keep asking the question, Don't ever give up on asking that question, because you will find clarity.
Yeah. And just lately, I just been like, because, I'm an empty nester. My kids all grew up, my grandkids, we raised our 3 grandbabies and they grew up. Now they're having babies of their own and stuff like that. And it's just like my purpose all my life was to raise babies. And now they're all grown. And I'm still trying to raise my husband. I don't know if that ever happened, but
He's just not growing up.
He's just not doing it.
Oh,
But
well, I think it's important for you to keep asking those questions because this is a new season that you're stepping into, and don't be afraid of it. Just embrace it and keep
enjoy it. Enjoy the moment.
Yes, exactly. Well, it's funny because the last question is, what do you believe the purpose of life is and what gives you purpose, which you kind of explained that you're not quite sure at this time, but that's fine. But if you do have anything that you'd like to share around that, then, is there parts of your life that you do feel, with clarity that it gives you purpose?
You know what? My purpose is to be a leader. My purpose is to lead by example, and my purpose is to lead others in a healthy way. I have a lot of family members that are overweight, diabetic. Oops, I'm not supposed to say all that, but are very unhealthy people,
Mhm.
And I want to get together with them. My purpose, what I've been thinking about doing is when I had my cleaning business, I used to go to a leadership training, or not a leadership, but it's like a meetup or something like that. I don't know if you know what those are.
Mhm.
And I've been thinking about starting my own meetup out here in Colorado Springs and getting like one of each, business, like an accountant, just each business, a janitorial, a painter, whatever, just a bunch of different people in a group where we could meet every week and like leads. It's like a leads thing that you go and do a luncheon, or you could do
Yeah.
breakfast or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think I've been thinking about that a lot. And I think one of the things I would like to do is maybe set up and start doing a leads generating meeting and have several people come in and join. And that way we could help promote and help each other to build our business bigger and stronger.
I love that idea. And I also love that you said that you are a doer. You're not afraid. You're not the type of person that just thinks about things and says she's going to do it, but you're a person that takes action. And I love
Yeah.
that. And so I think that idea, the inspiration that you're having, keep doing that. Like, keep jumping on the inspiration that you have, the ideas. You have the idea, you try it. You have another idea, you try it. But I think the key is never getting discouraged. If that idea doesn't pan out the way you hope, you just move on to the next option, the next idea, and you just keep doing it. And I love that you said that about yourself, that you are somebody that just does things.
Yeah.
That's a really good quality to have, a real gift. So love that.
Yeah. And the reason why I would do a lot of things is because to show others, hey, if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, with my husband, when he started doing it on his own, it freaked me out. Like, okay, who am I going to do this for now? Well, I have to start doing it for Dorothy.
Yes.
I have to start doing it for Dorothy.
Do it for Dorothy. Yes.
Yep.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for being on. I love that I got to get to know you a little bit better, as well as everybody else in the community now knows much more about Dorothy Maes. So thank you for being willing to be on. And even this is another thing, that you were somebody that's just like, I'll do it. Like being on the call, being on an interview like this is not the most comfortable thing for everybody. So be proud of yourself for being like, I'll do it, being willing to go first and do something like this that a lot of people are still uncomfortable with. So thank you for being that leader and showing everybody that it's okay. Like, you can do these things, you can step out of your comfort zone, and you grow from it. So you are being a leader, you are being a doer, and you are finding your purpose. So I love it. Thank you for being that example.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see more of you in the group, and we'll talk soon.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.